Johnny is a unique, highly unique realtor in this area. He is one of the very few that have such an extensive agricultural background.
I understand where the farmland comes from, you know, what it's valued at, what an acre of land is worth, but then what an acreage is worth and why it's worth that.
So when he goes onto a property, whether it be land for ag use or whether it be an acreage, he's able to help those clients and mitigate risks, because there are some risks to acreage living, but also to help them to get just the right property for them. So there's not an unseen down the road problem with the county that they could have seen ahead of time. Johnny just knows a lot about that. I love that.
Well, Johnny grew up in a farming community, so he understands things pertaining to land and the different dynamics in the realty market, what would be rural versus working in an urban area. So he gets it. He's so dynamic in that he can sell you a house in Red Deer, or he can find you what you're looking for out in the country. I
go to council meetings with Red Deer County to find out what's going on in the county. Just to keep ahead of the beat of what's going on.
His 30 years in ag is their advantage, and ours as a team, because nobody else has that. It's very rare to find.
The farming sector is going through a lot of changes these days. Succession is a big deal, and my family farm went through the same thing. I understand what it's like for the generations to pass on land and assets from one generation to the next.
Another great asset that Johnny has and brings to the team, and then becomes our asset as well because he teaches us more, is he's a very, very skilled negotiator. So Johnny's been negotiating for his whole life. In his family, they had a car dealership, so he learned negotiation from an early age. But he's really morphed that into a more sophisticated negotiation for our buyers and our sellers. And he is able, as a mentor to Eric, a newer realtor, it really is a huge role having somebody that's that strong in that area and that strong in, we all sell acreages and buy acreages, so all of us need to know some of the information Johnny has.
That quarter section of land, can you subdivide it? Why can you not subdivide it? Are there pipelines close by? Are there facilities? Are there intensive livestock operations close by? All those aspects affect the value of acreage property, acreage residential property.
Johnny is so organized, and he's so professional, and he's so approachable, especially working with people with kids. He gets the dynamics of that whole thing. You know, even taking you around to go and look at houses, he gets like the crying kids in the backseat of the car, and yeah, they're just families that understand family.
It is it's a big decision, and we've lived in that house for a long time, and it was an emotional thing. I remember one time there was something that was going on with our house, and there was a few tears on my part, and Johnny just gave me a pat on the back and said it's going to be okay. We're lucky to have such an expert on our team that can help us, teach us, and we all are better because of it.
At the end of the day, my whole perspective is more grounded, I feel, because I'm so confident with the ag sector and the residential sector as well.